All right, everyone, welcome back into another Fantasy Golf video. Today, we are going to be talking about the top prop bets for round one of the Players' Championship. We'll be covering PrizePicks, Underdog, Pick6, and Betr. Let's jump into it. And so, as always, the first thing that we should be doing is taking a peek at where we are getting the prop line differences, okay, between PrizePicks and Underdog specifically. And right now, we're only getting three prop line differences. Patrick Cantlay, Saeed Tagala, and then we're also seeing Shane Lowry. They're only off by 0.5, okay, so that's not a big difference, but that is kind of a big difference when it comes to golf, because this could be the difference between a bet hitting or being a push. You know, if Patrick Cantlay shoots, obviously 2 under par, it's going to be a push on PrizePicks, kind of shoulder shrug, oh well, and then the bet would then also hit on Underdog. It is an interesting line there, but the thing with these only being 0.5 and being bets that would end up potentially being pushes, I don't really see an edge here, and the data doesn't really see a big edge there either. So we're going to go ahead and sort by the edge. We're going to start off with PrizePicks. So right now, guys, we are seeing some bets here where we could be betting on the over birdies or better here for Matt Kuchar or Joel Damon. These are two bets that are going to be available on Betr as well. If you guys think the course is going to end up playing a little bit easier in round one than it has in the past, or just in general, we could be attacking that. I don't mind these two. I think these are both fine. From there, though, the next best bet that we were getting is Scottie Scheffler to get under 5.5 birdies or better. Now, I do think it's worth calling out that the 9-to-5 data for the PrizePicks Underdog cheat sheet does operate slightly differently than what the normal PrizePicks Underdog cheat sheet does. So the normal cheat sheet is just purely going off of Vegas odds and pulling in that data so we can see what the edge is in comparison to whatever line that we're getting here. Okay. With PGA, it's a little bit different because we don't always get those bets, and because those bets typically change a lot, the lines and whatnot. What we're actually doing is pulling in the average sportsbook data for the few sites, PrizePicks, Underdog, Betr. We're using that data and then comparing the lines against the tournament average and the player's average. And that's how we're dictating the edge. And I'm calling that out because if we go to a site like DraftKings that does this slightly, they are actually giving him the under of 5.5 birdies or better at minus 135. So basically right at that typical number. So that's the way of saying the 9-to-5 data and also DraftKings are agreeing that his under 5.5 birdies or better is probably a good route to go. Then from there, so like Ricky, Denny McCarthy, Justin Rose, these bets all right here are probably just going to end up being pushes. I don't feel the need for us to go out of our way to attack pushes on this slate, but if you guys want to, by all means, those are there. From there, I do think it's worth calling out as well. We have some interesting ones here. Justin Thomas, Sharon Kim, birdies are better. We shouldn't be touching these. Typically speaking, those are kind of the worst bets that we can make. The birdies are better ones is just what we have seen to be true. So really the best bet that I like is Scottie Scheffler for under 5.5 birdies or better. Now, if we look at his game log, a lot of people are not going to like this bet, but he is someone that has not been playing as well recently. Now, this is an event where you could argue everything has kind of been gearing up his game for this event and probably for the Masters coming up here as well, like to be peaking at the right time. And I think that would be a good argument. But at the same time, he hasn't shown it yet. And so for him to be that much higher than the rest of the field, I think we want to be betting on his lower birdies or better. That's going to be available for both sites on PrizePicks and Underdog. So guys, for me, I will be betting on Scottie to get lower than 5.5 birdies or better, but I don't really see the need to force any other bets for PGA. Like we could go with these two bets here, Matt Kuchar, Joel Damon, for over birdies or better, and that'll be a full payout. I don't mind that. You can do that. You can choose one of those two. Only make it a 2-slip bet. If you add in a third bet, PGA bet, that correlates. So Matt Kuchar and Joel Damon together stacked. That's actually going to reduce the payout too much. And that way we wouldn't want to be attacking that bet then. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to jump into the 9-to-5 cheat sheet. If you guys are a 9-to-5 member, you guys get access to this. So if you guys signed up for the Fantasy Golf data tools, this is already included in it, all for $10 a month. Great freaking value out there for you guys. Take advantage of it. But what we could do is use whatever is the next best bet that's available on the board. So right now it'd be Lane for under points and rebounds. We would attach that to the Scottie Scheffler bet. That way we are still getting a full payout. This is obviously updating throughout the day. We're going to get plenty of different prop bets that will be updating throughout the day that you guys can go ahead and use with this, but that's how I'm going to go about operating. So I'm not going to give exactly a bet of the day because depending on when you guys watch this, you might be watching this on Thursday morning, might be watching on Wednesday evening. Hopefully you're watching it today on Tuesday. Shout out to you guys if you are smart people liking the video as well. You know, that does help out, but they're subscribers. They're already smarter most likely, or just people that like making profit in fantasy golf. That's pretty awesome. But like obviously this would be the bet of the day. It's just these bets attached to the Scottie Scheffler under 5.5 birdies or better. And so we are going to jump now into underdog, guys. It's going to be basically the same, I'm assuming here. We'll sort it by the edge. Oh, so yeah, Charlie Hoffman for over 3.5 birdies or better. I don't mind. Again, the data really likes these ones, just in comparison to the field, in comparison to kind of their average birdies or better made. Charlie Hoffman is someone that can score. Joel Damon is someone that can score. I don't mind those ones. I think those are fine. We look at the average birdies or better. We can round up to 4 if you want. So it's not crazy, but I'm fine with that. Other ones, Jordan's. From there, we're looking at just a lot of under birdies or better, which if you're pairing up an over birdies or better prop bet with an under birdies or better prop bet, that is fine. But what the data is kind of telling us here is that we could actually be stacking these birdies or better bets for the unders. Now, chances are the average birdies or better made based off of the data that we are seeing is going to be 4 birdies or better. We wouldn't want to stack that on underdog because the payout is going to be significantly reduced. And so if we were wanting to stack bets, we would actually want to do that on a site like Betr. Okay. The thing with Betr is they do a better job of paying out bets that go 4 for 5, 3 for 5, 4 for 6. They do a better job of playing out the flex bets, the bets that don't go 100%, but they go, they have one miss. So typically speaking, you are at least doubling up or going 2.5x for those bets. And that's real value in it. So if we are betting on the course to play worse, what we could do is like Daniel Berger lower, Jordan Spieth lower, and basically all these golfers where we're saying they could potentially struggle, we're just going to add those all together and whatever, Tom Kim, Jordan Spieth, Daniel Berger, Keegan. And so look at this, guys. This is the whole point of it. So if we go 5 for 5, the payout's not going to be good. That's going to be the case on every single site, minus another site that I'll touch on in just a second. But it really truly is the 4x or going 4 for 5. That's the biggest difference. The fact that we're getting 2.5x still, that's huge. And so I always tell people that with like Betr, you are just betting on how the course is going to play. If you think it's going to play more difficult with maybe the changes that they made, then yeah, those under birdies or better are going to be the way to go. If you guys are looking to use Betr, make sure to sign up using the link in the description below. That's a simple and easy way to help out the channel grow, guys. That will kick back some money my way, which I can then reinvest into more tools on the 9 to 5 fantasy sports site there for you guys. They also have the Betr promo code that's in the bottom left of this graphic. Another nice thing about their site is that they do daily discounts for prop bets. Okay, this has been pretty profitable for me thus far. Even if you're doing a 2-slip bet, like who cares? The max you can do is $10. That's why I phrase it that way. But like, who cares if you're winning, I don't know, $120 a week just from their discounts? Like, that's great. Awesome. Like, we'll take that. Obviously it adds up and not every projection's hitting him or discount's going to hit, but we'll take that. And for what's worth, guys, if you guys are looking to use underdog as well, and you guys have never used that before, make sure to use the promo code 925 spelled out. That's also the promo code for Betr. But on Underdog, you guys will get a 50% deposit match. On PrizePicks, if you guys have never signed up, use the number 9TO5. They'll give you guys $50 when you spend your first $5 on PrizePicks there as well. All of those are linked in the description below. All those are simple and easy ways to help out the channel as well. So I want to get into Pick6, and I want to get into their tournament bets this time, okay? And so the interesting thing about this is we are getting a decent edge for golfers to make the cut, essentially. There's one golfer that really stands out, okay? And the way we're able to establish this is by using the 9 to 5 betting page, and we're going to do made cut as the selection. So we're taking a look at the made cut odds, and I put all the golfers that are listed on the DraftKings Pick6 sheet, and we're just looking at what Vegas's expectations are for them to make the cut. What we're going to notice is Max Graceman has a 55% likelihood to make the cut per Vegas. Now, if we were to look at the 9 to 5 cheat sheet, it would actually give him a little bit higher of a chance to make the cut as well. So this is very much a good bet on paper. Now, whether it works out or not, we will see. But on paper, we got a golfer that has a 55% chance to make the cut, and we can place that on Pick6. That's a very big edge. From there, guys, we're not getting as many good bets as I would like. We scroll down to the bottom. I actually think Jake Knapp has a pretty good chance to make the cut. And we also have Mr. Sunday Red himself, not Tiger Woods, the winner of the Puerto Rico Open last week, as a golfer that has a 45% chance to not make the cut. Also not a bet that I particularly love. I could get to those, but I would rather just bet on Max Graceman to make the cut. Now, another thing that we have as well, we have the ability to bet on how golfers are going to finish, their finishing position for that tournament. So I do want to scroll through this. If there are any golfers, maybe you think Victor Hovland is going to continue to struggle and he's not going to make the cut. Taylor Pendrith has been a golfer that's kind of casually struggled. maybe you don't think he's going to make the cut and you want to bet them to not make the cut, you would want to do the worst. Okay. And I hate how they phrase it like that. But we have a couple of golfers here where we could look at like the top 40 odds, the top 20 odds, and find some pretty big edges. And so sorting in here, guys, I got 4 golfers listed that based off of their top 20 odds. I don't have top 40 odds in here. Hopefully I can get that added in eventually. That's not going to be anytime soon, just as an FYI, but it is worth calling out. Look at the odds for Russell Henley to top 20. That is worth calling out. So he has about a 42% chance to top 20. But the real call out here is Seb Straka. Okay, his top 20% is about 36% if you want to round up. Now, when we go back into pick 6, we're going to see that Seb Straka has a finishing position of 40.5. Chances are he's going to finish better than that. That is a very big edge that we are currently getting. Other spots, Corey Connors, Daniel Berger, I had those golfers highlighted there for a specific reason. They're all popping up pretty well. Now, it is worth calling out that if you guys are playing on like DraftKings, like look at the difference in pricing. Like you got Daniel Berger, who Pick6, a DraftKings site, is saying that he's going to finish 44th or so. Jason Day, who's significantly cheaper, 43rd. So finishing better. Just something I want to call it. It's definitely strange there. But yeah, Seb Straka ranks out really well. And then Russell Henley, guys. I mentioned he has like a 42% chance to top 20. You adjust that then for a top 30, and that'd be a bet that I would like. But really, to me, guys, for pick 6, the simple and easy bet for the tournament would actually just be Max Gracerman to play more holes, so to make the cut, and then Seb Straka to have a better finishing position than 40.5. All right, so we are jumping into the 9 to 5 bet of the days here for all the different sites. We're going to start with pick 6, that simple slip that I literally just gave you guys, that 2 slip bet. So we are thinking that Seb Straka is going to finish better than 40th. So we are betting him, and I freaking hate how they have this listed. I really do. I really do. But he's gonna finish better than 40.5. Guys, and apologies. I was saying Max Gracerman, okay? Max McGravy is still a good bet per the Vegas odds, okay? Apologies for that. It is Max McGravy, and I keep saying McGravy, whatever. That's just stuck in my head. Apologies for that. But yes, we are doing Max McGravy to finish better, okay? If it was Max Gracerman, that'd be a much better bet, but apologies for that. He is still the best bet to make the cut. Now, I do want to call it as well. PrizePicks does their Taco Tuesday, which they typically are significantly discounting a bet. So like Donovan Mitchell right now, his initial line 22, they're discounting it to 18.5. So like the bet of the day would just be pairing Scottie Scheffler up if you guys just want to chase that golf bet with one of those discounts. That is simply going to be the best bet you can target. But for PrizePicks right now, the bet of the day would just be then doing Scottie Scheffler for under 5.5 birdies or better, and then we're attaching whatever the best bet is on the PrizePicks 9 to 5 PrizePicks cheat sheet, which would be Lane for under his points and rebounds. And then if you wanted to, you could do the exact same bet on Underdog, but you could also attach the bet like this: shots on target for Robert whatever for soccer, where the data really likes him to get under 1.5 shots on target for soccer. Now, it is worth calling out, okay, this just happened. So Underdog has adjusted for the likelihood for the bet to hit, which is the lower is the more likely of the bets to hit, which now I'm probably not targeting that. So now no Underdog bet of the day, because I'm going to show you guys a better bet, which is a slightly better bet compared to some of the Underdog bets that we'd want to be targeting. And actually, guys, we'll give Underdog bet of the day, but the better bet slip is just betting on the course to play more difficult. And I am slightly favoring more of the golfers that have the PM tee time. I do expect that to play slightly more difficult. And so, yeah, Scottie, we're still included in there. Jordan, who does have an earlier tee time. Do worry about Jordan. He's a golfer that can be all over the place, kind of roller coaster ride, but betting on him to not get 5 birdies. Victor Hovland, who's been struggling. Patrick Cantlay, Shane Lowry, and Tommy Fleetwood. They're not typically golfers that you expect to score a bunch. They're more golfers that don't really make mistakes. And we are looking at Tom Kim as well, who's kind of been struggling. But again, we're more or less just betting on the course and how that's going to play, hoping that plays more difficult. If you guys think the opposite is going to happen, load up on some overstroke bets or birdie bets, which is precisely what we are doing here with the Underdog bet of the day as well. So Charlie Hoffman and Matt Kuchar, which on the 9 to 5 cheat sheets do rank out as some of the better bets. And if you guys have been following the channel and following the picks, my biggest issue thus far this season has really not been trusting these bets as much, the ones that have been popping up as much as I really should be. So hopefully the hot streak continues there with the 9 to 5 PrizePicks cheat sheet. But guys, that's going to be all for this video. Again, if you guys want access to any of the tools that you saw in this video, make sure to head on over to 9to5sports.com. Get access to all the tools for just $10 a month. It gives you access to the fantasy golf tools and the prop tools, all for the minimum price or low price of $10 a month. It's a great value out there. I price it that way for you guys so that you don't have to spend a hefty monthly fee where you are trying to recoup a membership with your fantasy bets. No, I want you guys to be able to be profitable pretty much right away. Hopefully, at least that's the goal. You're going to be making better educated bets though each and every week. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a comment. That always helps out. Just leave a simple thumbs up emoji. That'll help out a decent amount. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck with all your bets. And as always, let's keep cashing.